and welcome to another great live of Wi-Fi Fridays mini trainings with me, Irina Portnova, where I'm coming live just to share some beautiful tips and tools. How can we bring everything what we want from our thoughts to our things into our real world? And if this is the first time you are tuning in, welcome to my world. My name is Irina Portnova, and I am calling myself Manifestation Star because I manifested consciously great things in my life. And I'm here to teach you how to do it consciously with ease and joy. And today's topic is all about awareness and why awareness matters and what is it awareness, right? And for that particular reason, if you are watching this episode, there is a link to connect and link and subscribe to my weekly digest. And the theme of this month is all on awareness. Once you subscribe, and if you are new to my world, you will receive the weekly newsletters, and it's all about awareness this time. We were talking about mind awareness. Next Monday, you will receive the newsletter about the body awareness. And let's talk a little bit about awareness in general, because a lot of times I receive the questions, what exactly is awareness? Well, awareness is actually becoming more mindful and have the knowledge that everything around us matters, right? And our thoughts are the direct cause of the results that we have in our life. And if we talk about awareness, just understand that a lot of people think manifestation is all about what they do. But the truth is, it starts with what we are noticing. When our mind becomes more aware, we start seeing opportunities we used to miss, the patterns that we can now shift, possibilities we couldn't recognize before, and guidance that's been trying to reach us for the months. So, awareness is actually the doorway to change. It's the moment when something really clicks, when the light comes on, when you finally see yourself, your thoughts, and your reactions, and be more clear about it instead of just running on the autopilot. So, in this episode, Mind Aware and Magic Everywhere, we explore how building simple mind awareness can completely shift your reality. And I just wanted to start with that story. It's a famous story about the elephants. It's actually the true thing. So, how do they train the elephants? When the elephants are babies, they actually put the stag and the rope around their leg. So, this way, the elephant has the space to travel, but they know they can't move more than what the length of that rope is, right? So, each time the baby elephant is trying to venture out, that it tugs them back to where they are, right? Because of the stick and that rope. And the baby elephant tries so many times. And after that time, they stopped trying and they are not trying to go anywhere further than they know they can actually walk, because now they know that each time they want to go further, it's going to pull them back with that rope, right? So what happens when as they grow older, the owners start loosening that rope. Now they are on the loose, but since they experience that there is something that holds them, they are not trying anymore. So by the time these baby elephants become adults, they are completely loose, but because they can feel that rope around their leg, they still think that something is holding them, that they have the limit of where they can go. So that perfect example relates to us as humans, because our mind is the first thing that's going to stand on our way, whatever we want to have in our life, right? And we always subscribe to our old stories. Whatever we experienced in our past is going to be connected to what we allow ourselves explore, what we allow ourselves to connect with, right? So there is a direct relationship between what we are thinking and how our thinking is going to create the results. That's why mindset is the most powerful tool, because we are setting our mind either for success or for the failure. So how do we actually start be more aware, right? Be more conscious of how do we live our life and how do we create our results? We start by catching the old thoughts that are running the show, right? Maybe something that I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, or I am not that young anymore. Whatever it is, right? We start catching these old thoughts and we replace them with something that we want to experience, right? Again, because our mind is very plastic, and we can actually, with the neuroplasticity, we can actually rewire our neurons in our brain so we can start experiencing different reality. So we want first to acknowledge that whatever thoughts we entertain in our head, these are just our thoughts. They are not the reality. And reality is something that we can create with every thought that we are thinking. So just think about it. Just pause for a second. By changing one thought, we can attract a completely different reality. Isn't it that wild? Because a lot of times we think it's impossible, right? Again, because we were trained, our monkey mind was trained to think a certain way, but we can retrain ourselves and we can start exploring and experience a completely different reality. So this is the thing number one: become aware of our old thoughts that don't serve us anymore. Now, second step would be notice the signals that our intuition and our body have been given us. Again, we all have that GPS system, which is our intuition, but we are not using it. And now it's the time for us to use it and start really paying attention. What does my intuition tell me? And again, there are a lot of different practices that you can try and see, and a lot of things I'm given in these weekly digests. So I really encourage you to subscribe just to see if this is something that you want to explore, because we don't know what we don't know. But once we start paying attention to our intuition, because intuition always guide us and our body always have the answers before our mind catches up. So now we want to be aware, okay, what is something that I'm thinking about? Let's say if this is related to even money, finances. What is something that I'm limiting myself? Do I limit myself to my bank account balance? Do I limit myself with the skills that I have? Do I limit myself with something that I've experienced in the past? But again, this is all just your thoughts. They are not the truth. And the truth is that the universe is abundant and there is no lack of that and limitation of that abundance. The more you connect with that thought, then you start experiencing the reality that matches what you are actually thinking. And again, it's going to come to you in very unexpected way, something you cannot even think about. But the more you stay on that frequency of thoughts that related to the truth is that the universe is abundant and I'm going to attract every abundance in my life, right? In any shape or form. And a lot of times when we talk about abundance, people think about the money, but abundance can come through many resources, abundance of ideas, right? Because idea is the first currency from the universe. We can have $1 idea or we can have $1 million idea. Abundance of ideas, abundance of trees, abundance of water, abundance of birds. So the more we put our minds on seeking that abundance in any shape or form, the more we start attracting everything that relates to that. So this is what we are noticing, right? And then we start understanding that every choice we are making could be something more clear, something that serves us, something that is easy, something that we want to experience rather than just going on the autopilot. And once we are in that state, we start creating more magic by becoming more conscious of how we think, how we feel, and how we respond. Because remember, once we become aware, we are no longer living by habit. We live by intention, right? We set our mind on something what we want to experience rather than just saying, okay, this is my life and I can't change it. It's easy to do that. Everybody can do that. It's easy to become the victim of the circumstances. We all have the circumstances, whatever it is. But we also have that gift to be above the circumstances and create that magic that we all can tap to. That's where the real magic begins, in the everyday moments when we finally start see differently. When we start seeing differently, when our mind becomes aware, our world becomes open. And then we experience synchronicities. We start seeing a lot of great things. People come to us out of the blue. The signs show up, the ideas flow. And suddenly we start realizing that the magic was always there. And we finally tuned into that. So, again, today is a powerful day if you are watching me live. Today is December 12th, 2025. It's a very strong portal, energetical portal, where you can actually attract anything what you desire and you can release everything that doesn't serve you anymore. Great time to just sit down and ask yourself, what is something I'm tired to experience over and over again? And what is something I'm ready to release related to that, right? What is something I'm ready to cut off myself so this way I do not experience again? Maybe this is the relationship that drains you. Maybe this is the job that doesn't serve you. Maybe there is the people in your life. Maybe there are self doubts. Maybe there are fears that you're experiencing, right? Whatever it is, just ponder, ask yourself this question and see what's going to come out from that question in, right? And again, subscribe to my weekly digest. It's super powerful, it's super cool, and enjoy the rest of your day. Sending you lots of love and light, and stay connected, because the more you understand how the energy, which is our words, our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, everything is energy, right? The more you understand how the energy works, the more you can guide yourself in the direction that you desire. Love you lots and see you on the next episode.